Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to get everything to rotate around. So right now we have everything spinning, which is good. And what we need to do is we need to get this stuff to orbit around the sun. We need to get these objects to orbit around the sun. So let's go ahead and do that. What we're going to do is we'll start them off all here. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to take the Earth's moon and we want to hit Control G. So, and we want to go ahead and click on here and name this Earth Moon Group. So what this does is it creates another pivot point. If I hit insert, you'll notice since the Earth rather, is already at the center of our screen, the pivot point for this object is where you want it, okay? So this one's there. Now it just got messed up. So hit insert. Just move it over to the middle. There we go. Perfect. Okay? So we're good. So this object, this is the actual Earth's moon, this one. It does this. Okay? This group is going to take care of this motion. So this is going to be the actual orbit. Okay? This one's the rotation, and this one is the orbit. How do we do the orbit? Well, we moved the pivot point already. That was step one. Step two is go here, click on the group and hit S. And we're going to go to frame 100. Click on this. Let's go, I don't know, 360. Click on the group and then hit S. Okay, so I just keyed it. Now watch what's going to happen. Now the Earth is going to be rotating. The Earth's moon, rather, is going to be rotating around the Earth. It's good. All right, so very nice. The next thing we want to do is we want to get this whole system, the Earth's moon, to rotate around the sun. So how do we do that? It's going to be very similar to the way we did the Earth's moon, except what we're going to do is we're going to select the Earth. We're going to hold down Shift on our keyboard, and we're going to select the group here. Okay? Just the group, not the object itself. And we're going to hit Control G. And now you'll notice you just made another group. I'm going to call this group Earth Orbit. Okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to click the Earth's orbit. You're going to hit Insert on your keyboard. Make sure you have the Move tool selected if you didn't do that. Hit Insert on your keyboard. And we're going to move this to the center of the sun, because as we know in modern science, the Earth revolves around the sun. Okay, so that's that. We're going to go to frame 1. We're going to hit S on our keyboard. And you'll notice that the Earth's orbit now just became a parallelogram. We're going to go over to frame 100. You could just type in 100 here, whichever you'd like. And we're going to have this thing rotate around twice. Let's go to rotate Y. And we'll put 720. Hit enter. Click this again and hit S. And let's see what that looks like. Okay? Very good. Nice and smooth. No like jitters or stutters or anything like that. Now we're going to do the same thing here, okay? We're going to click Mars. Now, we need a group. We need to group it to itself to make that other pivot point. So we're going to hit Control G. And now I have this group. We're going to call this Mars Group. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and click on the planet. I'm going to click on this. You'll notice that the pivot point is in the middle of the Earth. Mars does not rotate around the Earth. It rotates around the sun. So I'm going to hit Insert. And I'm going to move this pivot point over to the middle of the sun. Okay? So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to frame 1, and I'm going to hit S. And you'll notice it became a parallelogram, and everything here turned red. That's how you know you did it right. Now we're going to go over to frame 100. And we're going to have this rotate Y. Oh, we'll go a little bit slower than the Earth. So we're going to put in 360. We're going to click on this. Make sure you click on that and hit S. And let's give it a try. That looks good. Okay, you'll notice after the frame's over, they both meet, which is absolutely fine. It looks good. Again, the most important thing is you want to make sure all the planet's orbits are in denominations of 360, because if they're not, it'll skip, it'll hop, and it will look really bad. That's basically all there is to it. I'll do one more complete planet with you. Let's go ahead and do, let's see. Let's go to Jupiter. Jupiter's pretty big. We'll do the whole thing together. So make sure you name it. P Jupiter. All right. Let's go to Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. Make a Lambert. Call this thing Text Jupiter. Color. And we wait for the window to show up. Okay, I'm back. My Maya just crashed. I'm just pausing. So what we'll do is we'll just continue with the Jupiter texture. So we're going to go to Window, Hypergraph Scene Hierarchy, Rendering Editors, Hypershade. Okay, so here what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and this one should be called Text Sun. All right. And we will call this one Text Jupiter. All right. So color, file, click here. So there you go. Let's just go ahead and apply it. Right click. Assign existing material. Jupiter. Looks cool. And right click. Assign existing material. Actually, let's make a moon texture for this one. Okay, let's go ahead and go to Lambert. Number 4. We're going to call this moon. And we could reuse the one from the Earth. It's fine. It'll look good. Oh my goodness. This does not want to work for me here. Alrighty. So as you can tell, I am not working with the greatest hardware in the world, and my Maya keeps crashing. So I'll just show you the concept of the animation here. Hopefully it doesn't crash. I'm just hitting Control D. I'm going to move these over. Okay, so these will be your Jupiter and your Jupiter moon. Let's make the sun bigger. Okay, so Window, Hypergraph Hierarchy. You already have this stuff all named, so I'm just going to quickly name it. This is P Sun. We'll just call this for now, just for demonstration, P Planet 1, P Moon 1. Okay. Again, assume that you have your other stuff. We'll just do our animations and everything. So what you want to do is we're going to go to shading. I'm going to do this so you can see the wireframe on the object. So when I rotate it, you can actually see it spinning. So what we're going to do is we'll assume the sun is moving. Go to here. We'll animate the spin first, so just click S. Again, just on the planet itself. We're going to go ahead and go over to, we want 100 frames. We're going to go to frame 100. And we're going to put our rotate Y to 360. Click on that, hit S. Go ahead and hit play. You see it spinning. And let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Actually, you know what? Let's change that. Let's make it 720. And we'll hit S. All right, that's better. Now we're going to go on our moon. Our moon will do 360. So again, click on the moon, hit S, go to frame 100, go to your rotate Y, put in 360, click on the moon again, hit S, everything turned red, and everything's good. You'll notice it's spinning slower. Okay, so that's so far so good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click this, and we're going to hit Control G to group it to itself. And this moon obviously is going to rotate around planet 1 here. So we're going to click this, hit Insert on your keyboard, and we're going to move this to the center of planet 1. Okay, so we're good. Make sure you go to frame 1 here and hit S. So you'll notice that the group 1 just, we're going to rename this. Instead of calling it group 1, we'll call it P Moon 1 group. Just so I know that's that group. Now we're going to go ahead and go over to 100. Go to Rotate Y, put in 360. Click here and click S. Let's give it a try. Very good. Everything looks nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click the planet, hold Shift on our keyboard, and we're going to click the group. Okay, so we have the planet and the group selected, and then hit Control G to group everything. And we're going to call this group, we could call it Planet 1 Group. All right, so hit Insert on your keyboard and move it to the center of what you would have as a sun. Since my Maya crashed too many times, I do not have a sun. That's okay though. Okay, so we're going to go to frame 1. We're going to hit S. Again, make sure that the planet group right here is selected. And then we're going to go over to frame 100, and let's do 1080. This is going to be pretty fast probably, but that's okay. Click on this and hit S. Make sure you hit S again so it all turns red. Then we're going to hit play. Yeah, it's really fast. Let's say you get here and you're like, well, you know what, I think that's a little too fast. So I can go to here and I can actually change this. 720, click here and hit S. Make sure though that you are on frame 100. If you're not on frame 100, it won't change right. You know, you might say, wow, that's still too fast. So I'm going to go to here. I'm just, this is just hypothetical. So if we put in 360, click this, hit S. There you go. See, now it's slower. Again, that's just an example just to demonstrate that you can change those values. They're not set in stone. So there's basically 3 main parts to this animation. What you do is you get your systems, you get your planets themselves spinning. After you do that, you go to the moon, and you make a moon group, and you get that spinning around its planet. Then you select the planet and the moon group, parent that, and get that whole system spinning around the sun. If you have any questions, you could ask me or watch the video again. What you're going to do on your own now is you're going to finish the solar system, and what's very important is save as you go, because obviously you can get a crash. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you're comfortable with animating and understanding how groups affect animating. Okay, that's it. We're done now.